with all the latest in news, sports, and entertainment. You're watching the Boone TV Buzz, Iowa's most watched high school news show.
Hello, Boone High, and welcome back to the Boone TV Buzz. Thank you for joining us for this week's news show, where we will bring you all the latest in news, sports, and entertainment from this past week. Let's take a look at what has BHS buzzing. One of our own Boone TV members was able to get up close and personal with one department that serves us the most here at BHS. Jasmine Haas has more on the food service team.
For many students, their favorite part of the school day is lunch. Whether or not students know what is being served, they get excited for their favorite meal or a visit to Cafe Olé. The food service department takes the time each day to make an enjoyable experience for students and staff.
I do a vegetarian option, so people that don't like meat, I always make sure there's a vegetarian option. And then I try to make stuff that goes with the other thing that my boss makes.
The food service staff spends the majority of their time preparing food for the students to eat.
We take and get the stuff out of the freezer, pan it on pans, and then we get it all on shelves. And then when it's close to time to cook it, we cook it and make it so it's nice and hot when the kids come in.
All of the lunch staff get along well with each other. They like working in a positive work environment. Their favorite part of the day is interacting with the students.
Kids always come in and say please and thank you all the time, so it makes it better. Everybody's positive.
Many students look forward to their lunch hour in the commons area.
It's a good time to be with friends and socialize.
There's more choices and it tastes better.
After students finish their lunch, the food service staff begins the preparation for the next day.
We have all that on our list, and then we get it out of the freezer first thing in the morning, then we pan that stuff up.
The food service department works hard to create an enjoyable lunch experience for everyone. This has been Jasmine Haas from Boone TV.
With the first quarter coming to an end, many seniors here at BHS are eager to get on with their final year of activities in athletics. I have more on one of these students, Emma Pratt.
High school is the time to make memories and experiences, whether it's going out for a new sport, joining a club, or taking classes you haven't before. But what's even more uncommon is sticking with the same thing. Senior Emma Pratt has been running track since middle school and cross country since sophomore year. Mrs. Bass has been her track coach and math teacher throughout this time.
Miss Bass has been the most influential. She teaches really well and she helps me understand it more, and I'll be using math for most of my life.
Emma is a very hard worker. I noticed that way back in middle school when we had her in middle school track. She is a distance runner for us, and she runs cross country, and then that also really carries over to her work in school and math, and she just keeps going and working through all of her problems and doesn't give up.
Emma has made many memories in her time here at BHS.
I think my favorite memory is going to all the games and hanging out with my friends.
Her post-high school plans are to attend DMAC with an undecided major. This has been Catherine Pollard from Boone TV.
On Thursday, October 11th, the boys and girls cross-country teams traveled to ADM to compete in their conference meet. Boone TV's Nolan Walker has more on this recap.
Last Thursday, the varsity boys and girls cross-country teams traveled to Adel for the Raccoon River Conference meet and competed against 6 different teams. Boone girls started off strong with senior Greta Aspengren leading the girls with a time of 23 minutes and 56 seconds. Sophomore Sophia Rose was next to finish on the girls team, followed by junior Peyton Ward, sophomore Emma Anderson, senior Emma Pratt, sophomore Megan Rutner, and junior Ellie Turner. The girls placed 7th overall in the meet. During the boys' race, sophomore Parker Newcomb finished first on the team with a time of 18 minutes and 23 seconds. He was shortly followed by junior Grayson Strauss, senior Noah Lee, freshman Austin McLeod, junior Cameron Kochjohn, freshman Max Swibb, and sophomore AJ Arendale. The boys placed 6th overall in the meet. This has been Nolan Walker from Boone TV.
On Thursday, October 18th, the volleyball team hosted the Perry Blue Jays in their first round of the regional play. Boone TV's Victoria Lewis has your recap of the match.
In tonight's matchup, Boone hosted the Perry Blue Jays for the first round of the districts. Boone's looking to advance all the way to the state tournament. Let's get to the highlights. Boone started the game off hot with 3 strong serves by senior Maddie Danner. The Blue Jays came back with some key plays at the net, tying the score 3-3. The Doors of the Blue Jays continued to battle back and forth until Boone pulled away and took the first set 25-22. Junior Samantha Holtgren started off the second set with some strong net play, forcing the Blue Jays to hit it in the net. Boone began to rack up the kills, giving them a big advantage. Boone's offense kept improving, ending the second set in a dominant fashion, 25-12. To begin the third set, Boone's hits continued to drop, giving Boone the early lead. Boone kept up the pressure and led throughout the third set to take the set 25-10 and win the match 3-0.
I think our good points of the game were hitting. It was much better than most games.
Great points of the game were just us sticking to our game plan. We only made an adjustment on where we played defense around the middle block. Otherwise, the kids had just played at the level they're at and came in and competed, and that's what we needed in this match.
Boone takes on number 3 ranked DCG in the second round of regionals on Tuesday, October 23rd in Grimes. This has been Victoria Lewis from Boone TV Sports.
Last Friday, October 19th, the football team finished their season at home against Webster City. Boone TV reporter Quentin Wilson has your recap.
Boone is at home tonight taking on the Webster City Lynx. The Toreadors are hoping to take the win tonight to increase their chances of making it to the playoffs. Let's get to the highlights.
Before the game, Boone community took the time to honor the senior football players, cheerleaders, managers, and cross-country runners for senior night. Webster City started out the game by slowly making their way into Boone territory. Then with 1 yard to go, Dylan Steen bullied his way into the end zone for the first points of the game. On Webster City's next possession, Boone's defense restricted the Lynx to a field goal, adding 3 to the board. The Toreadors tried to get something started with Tyler Casati firing a pass intended for Koali Spora, but the Lynx kept up the pressure, not allowing Boone to get a first down. Webster City controlled the rest of the first half, scoring 2 more touchdowns, closing out the half by a score of 24-0. The Toreadors opened up the second half with Casati finding Hora open downfield for a 15-yard pass. Casati then found his way through the line, but before going down, he got face masked for a 15-yard penalty in favor of the Toreadors. With 10 yards to go, Casati found Tegan Bach open for a pass, clutching the touchdown for the Toreadors. Boone tried for the 2-point conversion, but the Lynx defense backed Casati out of bounds, adding 6 to Boone's score. Webster City then answered back with their own touchdown as Steen dove into the end zone for another 7 points. The Toreadors tried to get things rolling again with Casati finding Bach open for a pass, gaining 7 yards. But the Webster City defense did not let up, forcing Boone to punt. The Lynx controlled the rest of the game, scoring 2 more touchdowns, taking the win 45-6. The Toreadors ended the season with a record of 5-4. This has been Quentin Wilson from Boone TV Sports.
1 year ago, a multiplayer online shooter game launched on screens throughout the country. Here are Boone TV's Joey Wilczak and Nolan Walker with their review of Destiny 2.
Any last words? How's your sister?
Hello Boone High, I'm Nolan Walker.
And I'm Joey Wilczak, and this is a new installment of 2 Doors in a Game. And today we will talk about the new DLC content for Destiny Forsaken.
Forsaken is based around the murder of Cayde Six, and you as the Guardian trying to get revenge for his death.
You as the Guardian are tasked with the mission to find and take out Uldren Saw, Cayde Six killer, along with his new followers, the Scorn.
Along the way, you meet new characters and places, all while going throughout the story and completing missions.
Forsaken is a great addition to the Destiny franchise. It gets the players really into the story. It draws you in and makes you feel like you actually have to get revenge for Cayde Six yourself. Although it has some great features, some aspects of the game could be worked on.
The upgrade system, instead of needing a few small and easy to find items, you have to go all over the universe of Destiny just to increase the power level of your weapons and armor. The armor score for missions, the power level for your armor and weapons has to be so high that if you haven't played in a while, you could be really behind in the game.
The Tangle Shore is a great new location for players with the new mixture of new and old enemies. Gambit is a new PvP event that puts a new twist on PvP and makes it more interesting. Loot boxes now have more of a variety in them, and they also help players with low armor scores raise their score easily.
All in all, this game is a good match for new and old players, making it easy for the new players to catch up and giving the old players a challenge.
For that, we give this game an 8 out of 10 ghosts. This has been Joey Wilczak
and Nolan Walker
with 2 doors and a game.
This week, a classic segment is making a comeback with one of our fresh faces on the Boone TV crew. Here's Hannah Good with What's Trending. Hello Boone High, I'm Hannah Good, and this is What's Trending. This past Saturday, the Iowa State football team took down 6th-ranked West Virginia by a score of 30-14. The Cyclones defense dominated the high-power Mountaineer offense, and freshman sensation Brock Purdy led the ISU offense to victory. But the real one came at halftime when the ISU marching band performed a Jurassic Park-inspired number, and this happened. This performance had Twitter roaring with excitement. This past Sunday, October 14th, we saw our first substantial snowfall of the year. Did I mention it's October 14th? October 14th. It wasn't enough to build a snowman, but it was enough to fill the sky with a haze of white flakes. That got me thinking, what do you think of the early snowfall?
I like snow, but I'm confused because isn't it supposed to be spooky season? It's cold and I really don't want to go outside and it makes me feel depressed.
I think it sucks. I was expecting fall and I got winter. I am confusion.
Now, here are 5 things trending in 10 seconds. Sister James hit 9 million subscribers. Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande are a no-go. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was released. Kanye West had dinner at the White House. Any spooky season, y'all. That's it for this week. Please check back next week for What's Trending. I'm out. Thank you for joining us for this week's news show. We will be back next week with all the latest buzz at BHS. In the meantime, please head over to BooneTV.com to check out all of our latest videos and written stories. While there, don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And now, from all of us at Boone TV, make sure that you stay safe, stay cool, and have a wonderful week, Boone High.